What's up, YouTube? Welcome to what could be our last draft of the Bronze to Mythic run. We are quite literally one win away from reaching Mythic, so there's a lot of combinations of ways that we can get there via this draft. The easiest of which being just winning our first game, but also if we go 3 and 3 or better, we're guaranteed to make Mythic. So let's jump right in and see if we can get there. Pack one, pick one. I think this is a pretty easy pack one, pick one for me in Iroh's demonstration. There's a couple of reasons why. One, our rare is 3 color, pretty committal, pretty good if you can do it. I haven't really been the biggest fan of playing this card. It's been good against me, I will give it that, but it feels like it just often sits in your hand as kind of clunky. Very committal, pack one, pick one. Invasion Reinforcements is really good, but I think Katara is going to get picked up. I think Invasion Reinforcements goes with it. There's also a Razor Rings and a Wandering Musicians in this pack for the ally strategy. Iroh's demonstration, there's a guru for the lesson deck, but Iroh's demonstration is just so good. It's also basically the only removal spell in this pack, other than Razor Rings, and this card has just been a blowout in a lot of games. Really happy to pack one, pick one it. Let's see where we go from here. Ooh. Well, this is a pack. Whoever is passing to us took their rare pretty happily. This pack doesn't have a lot of really strong considerations. I think Barrels is good. Aang's Journey is decent. But Dragonfly Swarm for the Lessons deck is really nice. This card doesn't need a lot of lessons to be great. It's a 3 mana X3, and then when it dies, if you have a lesson, you draw a card, so you really want to have a lesson in the graveyard when this dies. But it gets bigger based off any non-land, non-creature cards in your graveyard, so they don't have to be lessons. But it's kind of the signpost of the blue-red deck, and I haven't really gotten to do that deck very much, so I'm going to take it here. I think this is an easy firebending lesson right after that, going farther into the red-blue lessons. Octopus Form is really good, and if firebending lesson was in the pack, I think I would take it over North Pole Patrol, as it's a lesson, protection spell, kind of just does all the things. But removal in firebending lesson is pretty hard to pass up there, and we're now getting a second firebending lesson and third red lesson removal spell. Pick 4. We could be like mono red, honestly. I don't love mono red because the signpost red card is not nearly as good. But here, Airbender's Reversal is good. It's a lesson, it's a removal spell, it does all the things. But Forecasting Fortune Teller is great and keeps us in the red-blue lessons lane, which I'm pretty happy to be in right now. 6th pick, Accumulate Wisdom. For the record, this is high diamond. I don't think this card should ever be 6th pick. I struggle to think of 5 better cards, right? You could argue you open 2 rares and a bonus sheet. That's 3 cards. So you're telling me that after that, there was another uncommon that's better than Accumulate Wisdom? That's a tough sell. So I'm going to take Accumulate Wisdom here. That tells me that blue is probably wide open. Maybe blue-red is wide open, particularly. Here, I'll take an Airship Engine Room. Tiger Seal's not a real card. You should never be putting this in your deck, in my opinion. Even if you're in the blue-black, like draw 2 deck. I think it's terrible. And Porcupine's fine, especially with all these removal spells, but I think the fixing is going to be better for us long term. Deserter's Disciple or Barrels. I don't consider Platypus Bear a real card. It's a 2 mana 2/3. It mills 2. If you have a lesson, it then can attack as a 2 mana 2/3. More often than not, this card's just kind of a dud, and I really don't like milling cards in this set with how powerful the bombs are. Barrels has been a total overperformer, and I don't think this is really the deck for Deserter's Disciple. So I'll take a pretty happy Barrels. I'm basically always happy to run 1. It synergizes with the Dragonfly Swarm because it's a non-creature, non-land card. And look, we're getting a Deserter's Disciple pick 9 anyway. Relevant to note that Buzzard Wasp Colony Wield. I'm not super high on this card, but it is decent. And our pack didn't have a ton of craziness. So it's interesting to see that wheel. Also, for Razor Rings, Katara was in the pack, and the Invasion Reinforcements was in the pack. So this is the 3rd white card, essentially. But Wandering Musicians also got picked up. So a lot of white drafters at the table is how I would read this wheel. Second Deserter's Disciple. First Aang's Journey, which I'm not a big fan of. Second Barrels. I do not like running a second Barrels very often. This could be the deck for it, but often 1 is where I'm really happy unless you're doing a ton of water bending, which blue can do. I think I'll take the filler 2-drop that is likely to make my deck. And here, Rough Rhino Cavalry is not a real card. Price of Freedom isn't really a real card either. This could just fix them. But it draws a card, I guess. I don't know, I'll take the uncommon. Lesson. Jet's Brainwashing is not a lesson, but I'll take it. I'm probably not playing it. Fire Nation Raider and Cunning Maneuver. We don't have a lot of creatures, but Cunning Maneuver is better. And last pick, Fire Nation Cadets. That's a very real card. Ooh, Boiling Rock Rider is so good, but this is not the deck for it at all. This is the deck for the Fire Nation attacks as a instant speed, make 2 things, graveyard synergies, all the stuff. I like this card a lot. Octopus Form is good. If Fire Nation attacks wasn't in the pack, I would probably take it. Hama being triple blue is a little hard for us to cast in our red-blue deck, but I think that's okay. It's a nice late game play that helps us get there. Teo is stronger than Jong Jong, but with this many lessons, Jong Jong is absurd, and we need a little bit more creatures on the early side. Teo's not going to wheel, that's totally fair, but I am more than happy to take Jong Jong with double Firebending Lesson, Accumulate Wisdom, Iroh's Demonstration, etc., etc. A lot of good cards here. Really surprised to see white cards like this, like Aang and Airbending Lesson coming around. We can take Cave of Two Lovers. It is a non-creature, non-land spell for Dragonfly Swarm. Makes 2 things. We're not really the deck for it, but I think it's the best card here for us. I don't want to take a 3rd Deserter's Disciple. They do kind of synergize with each other. And I've been really disappointed by Ember Island production. I think it's just not really playable. Too many good bounce effects, too many good things. Wow, this is a pick. Lightning Strike is the best card in the pack. But we already have 3 great removal spells. And the Guru getting a lesson, and then every time you cast a lesson, putting a 1/1 counter on another target creature. We're not going to have a ton of target creatures, I guess. I guess Lightning Strike is the pick here. It can go face, which is relevant, and just more removal, good. How are we seeing a 5th pick Water Tribe Rallier? This doesn't make any sense to me. I kind of want to stay in my lane. I don't want to be trying to play white here. I do have a Barrels, but Water Tribe Rallier is not great in our deck. We don't have a lot of creatures to be tapping. We have 1 Forecasting Fortune Teller. I'll take a 3rd Deserter's Disciples. They do synergize with each other. They're pretty annoying with each other because they give each other the consistency. This is absolutely a my deck, being able to get the prowess triggers up, and with 3 Deserter's Disciples, giving it unblockable first, and then being a problem. 7th pick Firebending Lesson? What is going on? And then in this pack, there's still a Glider Kids and a Wandering Musician and a True Ancestry. Like, this is high diamond. I don't know what's going on here. I don't really want a Boomy's Bash. I don't think I'm going to play it. I have so much better removal earlier. But there's nothing else from this pack for me, and I want to signal that red is off limits. Boomy's Bash is really good. I just want to call that out. But we have so much better removal in Lightning Strike, Iroh's Demonstration, and triple Firebending Lesson, because you can kick Firebending Lesson to make it 5, right? So unless I'm trying to kill something with 6 that has power and toughness 6 or greater, or sorry, toughness 6 or greater, Boomy's Bash is just not really as exciting. 6 or greater, there's just a really short list of cards that actually fit that category. I'll take Hazstar Riot just to cut it. It is a lesson. There's a world I play it. Mongoose Lizard or Wandering Musicians. I do think Mongoose Lizard is one of the best of the cyclers. It just really plays well. But Wandering Musicians is just so much better of a card. It comes down 2 earlier. I could take a Rumble Arena here or my 4th Deserter's Disciples. I'll take my 4th Deserter Disciple. I'm not really worried about my colors. War Balloon is a card. I don't like it that much, but it's a card. And I'll take the red uncommon just to tell people that red is not happening here. Well, that's an unplayable rare. And then the only red and blue cards in this pack are a Shrine that I don't want, Hama, Porcupine, and an Ill Quenchia. This is a decent Porcupine deck. The problem is it very quickly becomes not synergistic with Deserter's Disciple. I think Ill Quenchia is a pretty easy card here for me. I'm going to be holding up a lot of cheap removal very often, and being able to quench things or remove things seems like a good synergy. Uncle Iroh is double red in our deck, but he makes all of our lessons cost one less, which I think is great. Our lessons in Iroh's demonstration, making kicked firebending cost one less, accumulate wisdom, quench for one. It's really good with Jong Jong because then it makes it easier to be able to do the combo. Redirect lightning is a lesson, but I need creatures, right? Oh, I have 4 Deserter's Disciples. Maybe that's like my actual win condition. Redirect lightning's funny because we don't have a lot of creatures and it makes it so that we can protect the creatures we do play. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then we're going to wheel at least one of Iguana Parrot, Ty Lee, North Pole Patrol, Fire Nation Cadets, or even Kyoshi Battlefan I might play. Yeah, I'll take the Redirect Lightning. It's been really good when it's good. Here, this is an easy peasy Treetop Freedom Fighters. Flexible Waterbender is actually a real consideration for the first time in my life, because it's a 2/5 that can then make itself a 5/2. So you can Deserter's Disciple it while it's a 2/5, and then Waterbend 3 to bonk them for unblockable 5. But I'd rather just play a Treetop Freedom Fighters. It makes 2 dudes, and both of those dudes can, what's it called, be given unblockable. First time flyer, easy pickup here for me. A little bit of air raid. We have plenty of lessons. Boomerang Basics is fine. Boomerang Basicsing the Cave of Two Lovers is okay. Boomerang Basicsing Treetop Freedom Fighters or Jong Jong is okay, but Freedom Fighters or First Time Flyer is going to be pretty good most of the time for us. I probably won't be playing it, but I'll take a Rowdy Snowballers. Oh, second Jong Jong. That I'll be playing. Alright, Boomy's Bash. I have so much removal. I'm not playing that card. It's funny because I'm taking a second Boomy's Bash. Actually, I'll take the Platypus Bear. There's a world where I'd rather play that if I'm really worried about creatures. It's a 2/3 that can eventually be given unblockable once it can attack. We have a lot of lessons. Alright, now I wield the Porcupine, which I'm pretty sure I called out on a previous... No, that was not this pack. That was a future pack. We're going to have some serious cuts to make here. Cave of Two Lovers making 2 1/1s is actually kind of nice with the Deserter's Disciples. We're going to have to make some cuts. Not a big fan of War Balloon, especially with not having a lot of creatures. I'll take the Uncommon here to fill the vault. Fire Nation Cadets, probably making our deck with triple Firebending Lesson to use the Firebending on, and a Lightning Strike, a Clue from Forecasting Fortune Teller, Firebending to get Exhaust on Jong Jong, and then of course Fire Nation attacks. Here I'll take 40 gems over a second Wandering Musicians. Third Fire Nation Cadets. Well, we have a weird little consideration now that like Fire Nation Cadetsing into all of the things. It makes cards like How to Start a Riot a lot better, giving everything +2/+0 and something Menace. So you can do this after Firebending, but before blocks to give things everything. And then with Jong Jong, it just goes absolutely bananas. Huh. Well, I don't think War Balloon's making the cut, that's for sure for me. This is absolutely a 16 land deck. I mean, look at my curve here. Wandering Musician seems a little whatever in our deck. So I'm going to cut it. Wow, this is 4 Deserter's Disciples, 3 Fire Nation Cadets is gnarly. Just giving them unblockable and then attacking for 1,000,000 firebending damage and pumping it after. Redirect Lightning's definitely staying in the deck. I wish I had an Accumulate Wisdom. Or not Accumulate Wisdom. The one that discards a card to draw a card. Or draw 2 cards seems pretty good in this deck, maybe. I have no idea what to cut. This deck is wild. Maybe Cave of Two Lovers and we just commit to being like an aggressive early game deck with how to start a riot in the deck. We're obviously cutting an island, but then we need 3 more cuts from here. It could be one of the Deserter's Disciples going 3 and 3. We have a lot of good twos. It could be barrels. We don't really ever intend to get to 5 mana, do we? Like Fire Nation attacks, we're really just using off of firebending. So this maybe isn't a barrels deck. Iroh making lessons cost 1 less is good, but he's also double red. There's also a world where I'm supposed to be mono red, but that seems crazy. Like we cut all of these and this, and that's 5 cuts, so we go to we're currently at 24 cards, so that puts me in 19, and we put 5 cards in Jet's Brainwashing, Cave of Two Lovers. Sozin's Comet in this deck is actually possibly real with all these early plays, attack with everything, and then have a million firebending mana. I still think it's bad though, right? Like even with my deck being probably the best possible deck for it, I still think it's kind of not great. Are we mono red? No, my blue cards are so good, right? Accumulate Wisdom, potentially being able to draw 3. It'll Quench You and Dragonfly Swarm being able to be freebies of drawing a card. So we need 1 cut from here to be 24-16. Could be Porcupine. Gets big pretty fast in our deck, though. It's probably our worst 3-drop. Okay, I like this. That's the deck. Definitely cutting an island with only 5 blue cards. If we look at the ratios, it technically says I have a green card, but we know that's not true. We basically always want to be starting with a mountain so that we can play a Fire Nation Cadets or hold up Firebending Lesson. And that's the deck. Little red-blue beats. As a reminder, if we win our first game, we're a Mythic. Simple as that. So let's see how we do. All right, this is the big one. I see It'll Quench Ya, Free Top Freedom Fighters. I like it. We're on the draw, though. Don't like that. We'll hold up Redirect Lightning, although I don't think there's ever a card I'm playing here. Incredible that in our deck we don't have a turn 2 removal spell, but I'll pretty happily just hold up It'll Quench Ya. Are we just passing? Yeah, we're quenching that for sure. Get out of here. Who do you think you are? Another land. Okay. I'll play Freedom Fighters and get in for my 2. They will next turn be able to hold up Water Tribe Rallying. This is not targeted at all, so I can't use it. Alright. I will take 2. Really? We gotta get this land down, and we'll hold up Redirect Lightning, I guess. This is kind of crazy. We have so much removal in our deck, and we need at least 1 removal spell for this Water Tribe Rallyer. It's possible they try to remove something, and that is how we'll be able to... Okay, another land is not what we want to see. We're just going to pass. And now Water Tribe Rallyer gets to start doing things. They've been stuck on lands, which I guess is some amount of a saving grace, but this is ridiculous. We've drawn like all lands. Give me a removal spell. I'll take literally any of them. They could just pass and hold up Water Tribe Rallyer, I guess. Airbending Lesson. Okay. My turn. Dragonfly Swarm's pretty good. I'll give... Do I even want to give something unblockable? I give something unblockable, I go to 7 mana, so I'm short. Versus I can play Dragonfly Swarm with a Lesson in my graveyard. Yeah, I'll just pass. They drew a card, and it could have been a land, because they did on my end step. We're going to redirect Lightning, whatever this is, onto the Water Tribe Rallier. Let them pay. It says enchant creature, not enchant creature opponent controls, so we can auto pay and move it to the Water Tribe Rallier. Awesome. Redirect Lightning. Good card. My turn. Another land. Cool. 3, 6, 7, 8 mana. So we're still one short of being able to fire nation attacks. 3, 6, 7, 8. So next turn we'll be able to play a land, attack with the soldier, and do the second Fire Nation attacks. That's why I haven't sacked my airship engine room, by the way, because I want to be able to do this. Second removal spell through the ward, sack a creature. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I get to draw a card here. Pay the ward. I draw a card. It's another land, of course. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, we're running 16 lands. Crazy. Yeah, my turn. Sure, Fire Nation Cadets is fine. It's not nearly as good as recasting the Fire Nation attacks, though. Alright, they need a board clear. Board clearing for X equals 2 on Day of Black Sun kills everything but Treetop Freedom Fighters and Water Tribe Captain. And they're second Water Tribe Rallier, and they have the everything to be able to use it. Very nice for them. Oh my. How to start a riot. And we have all the mana in the world here. So we do have to be really careful. Iroh's Demonstration. This is an instant speed card. Alright. I'm going to deal 4 damage here. And now if they want to use Water Tribe Rallier, they have to do it right now. Okay. We're a Mythic. Even through the flood. Ta-da! Oh, it's been such a grind to get here. I think this is draft 35, but I can't believe it. We did it. We got all the way here before the season ended. Let's see where we actually end up in the Mythic rankings. If you're not familiar, if you're within the first like 1% or 2% of Mythic players, you get a number. So we're in the top 1,000. And if you're outside of that, you just get a percentage. And then as you play, you will go up or down in those percentages or numbers. We're going to, of course, finish this draft. That's just the necessary component of the Bronze to Mythic run. Of course, we're going to finish this draft out. But this is a huge moment. I'll be posting about it, of course, on the channel. And we're going to do a full assessment of what it took to get here compared to our session or our episode 0 calculations of how many drafts we thought it would take to get here and our win rate. We'll look at like what our most drafted cards were and where we ran into struggles and what worked and what didn't. So stay tuned. There's a lot still coming now that this Bronze to Mythic run for Avatar is complete. But let's go ahead and finish this draft and see how this one would have done. Game 2, first game in Mythic. Firebending Lesson into It'll Quench Ya into Dragonfly Swarm. Sign me up. Alright. Mountain, Fire Nation Cadets. Mountain. Ooh. I think I just kill this now. I don't want them to hold up It'll Quench Ya and then it's a blowout. Like if they go island, it'll quench you on my firebending lesson. It's pretty sad, pretty fast. Into firebending student? That's terrifying. Alright. Prowess, firebending X, where X is this creature's power. You got it. Firebend 1. Don't use it. Ass? Alright, I'll play my own Fire Nation Cadets. If they have a removal spell for this, I will redirect lightning it. I will pay the 5 life to be able to get it onto the firebending student. Huh? I don't think I block. I think I just let them do whatever it is they're trying to do here. They may not be mono red, and they may be getting a little burned on colors and the like. I think playing a first time flyer, because it's a 2-3, seems pretty good. And I'm not casting How to Start a Riot here, so I'm just going to pass. I think having another blocker is better. I'm kind of just baiting them to remove something. So Boggy Swamp Vinebender. Deal. Another land is pretty great. I play Iroh. I think I hold up. Oh, I have to hold up It'll Quench Ya. I can't hold up the other one. I see. Alright, I'll play Iroh and hold up It'll Quench Ya. I can't block that anyway. I'm not holding up Redirect Lightning, but the hope is they just try to like Boomy's Bash or something. It doesn't work. 6 mana? Play the Mountain Cycler. They have removal now, I'll be quite sad, but I don't think I can just sit here and not play anything. And Dragonfly Swarm being a 1-3 really just doesn't do anything. I will probably block Foggy Swamp Vinebender. Seems like they have choices here. No, okay, well I couldn't have done anything about Rocky Rebuke anyway. And It'll Quench Ya-ing it doesn't do anything. So we just get to take a bunch of damage here. No blocks. Yeah. This is not going great. I think we gotta hold up How to Start a Riot. Oh my, that's pretty bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Killing Firebending Student prior to attacks. And then holding up It'll Quench Ya and Redirect Lightning and How to Start a Riot. So we're just going to hang out here. They can spend the mana to put a counter on Foggy Swamp Vinebender because it looks like I won't be able to block it. They just don't know that I can block it. And they can also put a double strike counter on my if they prefer to do that. Best case scenario here is they just try to kill something and I redirect lightning it. Alright, How to Start a Riot. I'm going to give their creature menace, because if I give one of my creatures menace and they kill it, then I don't get the +2/+0. And then target player controls. Oh, wait. Never mind, they did this correctly. So I can target one of my own things and me. So target player controls makes this insulated. And they have 6 mana, 7 with my. So I do have to I have to block like this. If they put a 1/1 counter on it, it still doesn't work. So they need a trick. Otherwise, they just trade. Trade is great. I like trading. Jong or a 3/3 Dragonfly Swarm holding up Redirect Lightning. I like 3/3 Dragonfly Swarm holding up Redirect Lightning. Feels like what's going to happen here is they're just going to put the double strike counter on her. The Fire Nation attacks, gross. It's pretty good. They have 7, so attacking with everything means they get to recast it. Nice. We are getting a little low here. Whenever you attack with a creature power 4 or greater. And now with double strike counter on my works. Well, I get to kill one of these. And then I'm taking some damage here. I'm going to take 6. Down to 6. Oh, please have a trick. Star Riot is not a trick. I mean it is, but it's really bad. Yeah, this is not really happening, is it? I play Jong using all of my blue mana. I play Fire Nation Cadets. We just need creatures. And I can't even use Redirect Lightning. Ugh, this is gross. This has just not really gone to plan. They don't have anything of Trample, at least. And then use Bitterwork? Sure. They don't have enough mana to give Mai a double strike counter. So that is nice. So I can just chump block or bounce block and then chump block. But they do have a pump spell that is a blowout. Okay. Yep. Firebending lesson, quite a bit too late, I would say. Good game, opponent. We just did not get the creatures. I did say that all it would take for us in Mythic to get to Mythic was starting 1-0. If this deck goes 1-3, doesn't matter. We made Mythic. Alright. We're on the play this time. Starting off Fire Nation Cadets. No, I think I'll get Airship Forum down. I'm gonna play Deserter's Disciple into Iroh. If we draw another land, I'll play Fire Nation Cadets instead. Kyoshi Battle Fan, sure. Another land is nice, because now I can go Fire Nation Cadets holding up Italquentia into Iroh holding up Italquentia if I don't use it. Yeah, I mean, if you want to chill out, I want to chill out. I don't think attacking makes a lot of sense here. This seems like a removal spell to me. Do I counter this, or do I counter whatever they play next turn? I think I counter this. It's possible they're more than 2 colors, or they need double red. Oh, they need lands. Just lands in general. Well, they are blue. They hit a blue land. All right. I like that. Pass. My turn. Now I have a lesson in my graveyard, so I can give this unblockable. Oh, looks like their last card, or one of their 5 cards, is Octopus Form. That's very good to know. I attack with the Fire Nation Cadets. I shall pump it once. And then I'm just going to play the Fire Nation Cadets on, or Fire Nation attacks on their end step. Diligent Zookeeper. That is the combo with Ostrich Horse, and allies are not humans, so they get +1/+1. Interesting. I'll take 5 here. All right, let's do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have enough mana if I block here to play the Fire Nation attacks. I give this guy unblockable. I attack with everything because I can't or block the Fire Nation cadets without me pumping it up to kill the Diligent Zookeeper. Wow, that is a trade I am very happy to make. Because I can just play my other Diligent Zookeeper here instead of the Fire Nation attacks. I'm still hitting lands. There's still mana stuck. They didn't play a land last turn, so that's their top deck. Dragonfly Swarm, sure. I have one of them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I do have the mana. Yeah. I don't need 2 of these. The 1 is more than enough. So I have the firebending mana available for... Ooh, actually. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, we're 1 short. So I give this unblockable and get in for just the 2. I like Uncle Iroh being around. I can sack this. I have 4, 5, 6. This costs 5. So I'll be 1 short. I do not want to sack the engine room. I just want to play Zhong Zhong. And pass. And Zhong Zhong's fun because I can give him the unblockable and then exhaust him after the fact. I can deal 1 more damage that way. They need removal, but they need like multiple different ways of doing that. They have 1 less in a graveyard. Yeah, I'm at 15. I'm not too worried about taking 2 here. They're at 10. They should be a lot more worried. Land is not a good draw, but I shall play it. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have to attack with Iroh and Zhong Zhong. So 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 9. Don't want to attack with Iroh. We know that their last card... I guess I'd rather trade off Iroh than Zhong Zhong. So we know one of their cards is the Hexproof and untap a creature. But it gives +1/+1, and so with the Prowess, Master Paku then becomes big enough to survive, blocking Iroh. I accept this. It gets it out of their hand. We have a gajillion removal spells in our deck. We're about to put 2 more creatures on the board to be unblockable. Go to damage. Origin of Metal Bending? Gross. So now finding a card off the top that kills Master Paku doesn't work. So we just accept this. Because we know they still have the thingy. Now I'm not worried about it'll quench you, so that's always nice. So yeah, their last card is, or one of their last cards is the 1 mana untap a creature, give it hexproof. We've been playing around that this whole time. Another Kyoshi Battle Fan. Sure, triggers Prowess. Pretty nice. Put on the Dragonfly Swarm. Oh no. Oh. You want to mill me? Sure. Oh, because they can untap it. It's a bold play. We're gonna have a lot of firebending this coming turn. I do not block. You can get in for 2 more damage by untapping Master Paku and putting another Prowess trigger on the stack too. Chooses not to. Super fair. They also have Agricola that they can activate now. Second Jong ain't the move. Let's sack first and see what we hit. Might determine how we attack. Land is terrible. But we can force them to use the untap effect. I'm going to attack with everybody actually here. I think that is much more effective and scary for them. And then I can use the firebending mana on Jong if I... That's interesting, I guess. So if I attack with everything, they untap, they block Jong and a 2/2, they take 6. If I give Jong unblockable, and then use the firebending and they untap something and block 2 firebenders, they take 5. So yes, I want to attack with everything, because I'm replaying a Jong. And they don't know what the last card in our hand is. So it could totally be a lesson for Jong to do silly things with. But we know one of their last cards is untap. Yep, that's fine. Make it a 5/4, whatever. And then they take 6 down to 2. And then I play Jong. We're not dead on board. Dragonfly Swarm is 4, plus Kyoshi Battle Fan makes 5, and then I just chump block the Master Paku. So they need a removal spell for Jong. Otherwise, they die. Or they need 2 more instant or sorceries, or non-creature spells in the graveyard, or 2 power. They can get 1. Oh my gosh, that's a +1/+1 counter, and... Yeah, you got it, opponent. Ugh. Life goes on. You know, normally I'd be a little tilted. Not today. Today is a good day. It's a good day. No 1-drops in this deck? I think that means we mulligan. That's much better. And I actually would prefer to just have an island over a tapped land. I want to go 1, 2, 3. I don't have any double-pipped blue cards or anything like that. Well, now I want Firebending Lesson, but I guess Arrow's Demonstration will have to do. It's an annoying turn 1 play. The blue Ragavan, as they've been saying. What don't you want? I don't want to take 1 damage. How about that? Blue-white, first time flyer, no lesson in the graveyard. Awesome. Huh. Well, we can just kill everything. We Iroh's Demonstration, dealing 4 to first time flyer. And then I attack, Firebend 2, and kill Gran. Go away. Just go away to all of it. And now we have Firebending 2 on this guy. Isn't particularly relevant right now, but that's fine with me. Yeah, they would have made a 2/3. They would have gotten their first of 3 for Gran. Seems like they were missing lands maybe there. A lot of choices here. I feel like Iroh's the best play. Most mana efficient. It's the best thing we can draw with a bunch of our effects. Get in for our free 2. This now basically is a 1 mana 2/2, right? Like it firebends 2 to pump itself. Airbending lesson my Iroh? Well, now I want to land, so I can go 2-drop, 2-drop. Hey, land. I can go 2-drop, 2-drop. I'll get in for my 2 again. Automatically use the thing. See what they want to do. That's 2 lessons in the graveyard for them. Clearly they're a lessons deck of some form with Grand, Accumulate Wisdom, Master Peon Dao. Master Peon Dao hitting lessons is crazy. Like, why is it allies and lessons? It's basically just everything. Land's not too exciting, but that's okay, because I'm just going to give the Fire Nation Cadets unblockable and attack for 1,000,000. Go to blocks. You want to trade? You don't. Fine by me. I will use 2 of this mana. I will use 2 of this mana. And that's all. Because I want to play this Treetop Freedom Fighters. Didn't want to attack with it because it's just a free block for them because I'm giving the Fire Nation Cadets unblockable and Iroh is a trade offer. Watery Grasp, my Iroh. Oh, wow. Okay. And we're offering the trade. Yeah, they have no mana to use, so I will just pay 4 on this guy. They can have hexproof, first strike, blah, 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 blah. In which case, I just don't attack. Double Wari Grass, pretty good. Their removal's been something else. Team Avatar? Doesn't really do anything. I can attack with everybody. And if I do, they kind of have to block Fire Nation Cadets, or they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage from it. 6, they go to 2. Yeah, I guess I just attack with Fire Nation Cadets then. See what they want to do. Okay. I mean, if they have a removal spell, I literally have nothing else to do with my mana. They just take 5. They're crazy. What was that? Why don't you trade? You keep yourself at 8. I have a 2-1 and a 1-1. And then any creature basically blocks both of those pretty well. I'm surprised they played the Team Avatar instead of pinging my 2-1 for 1. Right? Like, Team Avatar is a 3 mana kill my 2-1 when you're at 8 with no board is much better than it being the enchantment that makes it so you can attack for more. Like, that's why it has that ability. Alright, we're 2-2. So 3 wins is, of course, normally the big break point for us. This is a keepable hand. If you think about it, it's like we mulled the 6, but this Accumulate Wisdom's our mulligan. If I saw this exact hand at 6, I would keep it, right? So I'm going to keep it here. Oh. Look, I'm mono red. This is going to go crazy. So we accumulate wisdom first. Finding... Kind of want Deserter's Disciples. Is that crazy? No, I don't think it is. Finding Deserter's Disciples. And then we go to attacks. Razor Rings. Do I want to pay 5 life to save my over Fire Nation Cadets? Kind of. Oh no. Oh, that's a crazy play. Okay, I see the play. So I pay 5 life. And then... Oh, I can't... I have to change it? Why can't I choose Mai again? That's dumb. Oh well. What I wanted to do was cast that, just so that I could change it to pick my again for the prowess trigger. Alright, well, I'll play Iroh, make my lessons cost 1 less, deal 4, prowess trigger. It seems like they didn't maybe have a actual way to deal with my. That's not a real way to deal with my. I do think I just go straight to attacks, and I will offer the trade of Uncle Iroh to put a double strike counter on my. Just kidding. I'll just do it all. Use the firebending mana there. Put the double strike counter here. We're getting a little card light, but we've removed everything. I go to combat. Rarg. Show me an Unagi. You're giving me a clue? That's crazy. What a gift. And then I play this. And I play this. I don't like this card for that exact reason. So we just traded Iroh for a card, but they let us get the firebending mana. I don't understand that at all. Look at us, getting back in the saddle. 3 wins. We already said, by the way, that if this deck got 3 wins, no matter how we got them, it meant that we were going to get to Mythic, because it means that we had no more than 3 losses, or no more than 2 losses, so we would be 1 ahead. So we would have gotten there, no matter how that first game went, it turns out. Let's get 4 wins on the draw, but boy, is this a hand that can help. Oh yeah, 3rd land is exactly what the doctor ordered here. If they play something problematic, we Iroh's Demonstration it and get in for a bonus 2 damage. Or bonus damage. If they don't play something problematic, I just play Deserter's Disciple. That is not problematic. It's good though. It's a good turn 2 play. Deserter's Disciple down. Get him for my 1. Next turn, we can Firebending Lesson something, or Iroh's Demonstration something. That's probably gotta be Firebending Lessened. No, I think I get Zhong down, and then I can use his kicked ability maybe next turn. And I'll just make the Fire Nation Cadets unblockable and get him for 1 more. So if they double something up, I can Iroh's Demonstration. So they sack something and then sack something else to get Pirate Pelleters to 4. I can just Iroh's Demonstration it. A lot of options. We'll have so much firebending mana too. Like the dream here is they play like Accumulate Wisdom and then Crack the Clue. Corrupt Court Official. Look at this juicy value. I'll get that back eventually. And then Crack the Clue. Awesome. Unfortunately, choosing modes happens on the initial, so I cannot double up choosing modes. What I can do is I can deal 1 to everything, and then play an unkicked Firebending Lesson and hold up It'll Quench Ya. Deal 1 to each creature my opponents control, and then I'll make sure I use the Firebending mana for the Firebending Lesson, so that I am holding up It'll Quench Ya on my turn, on their turn. Activate this. Alright, play Day of Black Sun for X equals 3. And then I It'll Quench Ya, and it's game over. I will also accept Sold Out, which I It'll Quench Ya. Swamp Snare Trap. These are all things I accept. I do not accept the 2 mana Heartless Act. nor the 1 mana creature doesn't untap. Do it on my turn then. Look at us being smart. Nope. And then I'm gonna hit for 1,000,000. By 1,000,000, I mean 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You go to 4. So Fire Nation Cadets is now lethal, and so is Deserter's Disciple plus Jong Jong. So if they kill only Fire Nation Cadets, not good enough. Ew. Ruinous Waterbending? What are you? Aww. Do I pump the Jong Jong here to put them to 1? They're already in Lightning Strike range if I hit them here. I've already played an Iroh's demonstration and a Firebending lesson. I guess Accumulate Wisdom then becomes really good. Yeah, I will not pump. I think them being at 2 is acceptable. 6, 7, 7. Yeah, we're 1 off from being able to play Fire Nation attacks. Ew. They're stabilizing here. Alright, Accumulate Wisdom off the top. Here we go. Iroh's okay. Yeah, I have nothing in my deck that deals 1. But Lightning Strike is now just lethal at any point if we find it. Get to keep up 2 blockers for Iroh. Land Low and Lee, Nobles, and instant or sorceries or lessons. Ew, into Azula? What is that? What is that? Oh, that's so absurd. Alright, alright. Well, they get to kill Iroh here. And then I give them Iroh, and I give them... Yeah, I keep Jong Jong because it means if I draw Accumulate Wisdom, I can see more cards to find Lightning Strike. But Lightning Strike is kind of quickly becoming our only out. This is really gross. You get Iroh, and I give you what doesn't matter. Fire Nation Cadets. All you. Creatures don't matter at this point. Problem is this has lifelink. Give me Lightning Strike. No, not a land, you jerk. Alright. This gains them 4. Yeah, they win. That's cool. Nice deck, opponent. Azula for Low and Lee. That is the card to go get with Low and Lee. 5 mana 2/2 that goes and gets your 4/4 lifelink. Kill a creature, get a creature from the card, and draw 2 cards. Quite the bomb. But 3 wins. We made back most of our gems. But more importantly, we're in Mythic. Who cares about anything else? Quick little deck review. Super aggressive lessons deck off of triple Firebending lesson. Redirect Lightning. Accumulate Wisdom, which we never really got to do. Lightning Strike isn't a lesson, but it's another aggressive removal spell. Iroh's Demonstration and How to Start a Riot are our lesson package. And then our lesson synergy package, which is just about as large. We have Iroh, Dragonfly Swarm, double Jong Jong. Mai is like an instant and sorcery synergy card. First time flyer, and triple Fire Nation Cadets. So the only non-lessons... Oh, I also have an Eloquentia. That's a lesson. So the only non-lesson synergy cards we have is a Fire Nation attacks for all of our Firebending, a Lightning Strike because it's amazing, Forecasting Fortune Tower because it's just solid, triple Deserter's Disciple, and then our 24th card is Treetop Freedom Fighters. We could have played like Jet's Brainwashing, Rowdy Snowballers, Porcupine, another removal spell, whatever. But I think this deck is very solid. A little disappointed went 3-3. I think this deck definitely had the ability to go about 5, maybe 6 wins. I don't know about trophy, but it's a good deck overall. And then we also got a good amount of gems from this deck. As a reminder, all rares are worth 20 to us, and mythics are worth 40 because we've completed the full set. So Redirect Lightning is our only rare in the deck. But then the sideboard, we got a Sozin's Comet for 40. So a total of 60 gems for free just by drafting. And you should be hoping to get about that every draft, which is why completing the set is so important, because it means that 1,000 gems we got is really going to be about 1,100, right? It's worth about 100 gems because we're going to open some packs. So that's the draft. It is the last draft of our Bronze to Mythic climb because we have officially hit Mythic. I appreciate everyone who has come along for the journey. If you've not seen some of the early episodes and you've come in later, that's totally okay. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of videos reviewing, doing analytics, talking about what we could have done better, and our lessons learned throughout drafting Avatar, because there's still a few more weeks of Avatar before Lurwing comes out. I've also been enjoying it a lot in paper. So all that said, if you've been watching these videos and you've enjoyed the climb, please like, subscribe, do all the things. I really appreciate it. But more importantly than anything else, I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks. Woohoo!